Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Welcome back to The Right Mentality. Today, we have yet again another very special guest. Now, you want me to call you Coach, or you want me to call you by just your regular name?
Just my name is
Just a
good.
name.
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, this is Miss Dawn. Okay, and we about to hop into this show today. I appreciate you for coming on, talking to me today, talking to the good people out here in this world, and figuring out, do we get enough praise for our purpose? Now,
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here. And I think this conversation is very, very needed, very, very important.
absolutely, absolutely. And to me, I feel as if, we don't talk about the conversations that need to be talked about. We try to hide it under the rug and tend to skip over a lot of things because we want to avoid the, so to say, confrontation of that conversation.
And they're uncomfortable because they're
Yes.
new to people. They're different. They're out of the norm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as the world has taken a great shift, people's openness to receive certain conversations has changed. 2020 was like a total brain spirit adjustment for everybody, and people are starting to look at life a little bit differently than they were before.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. So today, good people, this is Praise for Your Purpose. Now, always remember Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to catch the right mentality on Anchor. We're on all the other platforms as well, but Anchor is where you can find me. Now, praise for your purpose. Now, Ms. Dawn, when we say praise for your purpose in this professional setting, in this professional field that we are in, which is mental health, of course, what do you feel praise is to you?
Recognition, gratitude, being able to be seen for what it is you're trying to do to enhance the world, improve people's quality of life, and give where you can. There's a lot of unsung heroes all over the place.
Yeah.
And it as a giver, as a person who wants to continuously participate and promote change in a positive way, it gives us such satisfaction within when we do get acknowledged for our efforts, for our work, because it comes from a pure place most of the time, where we only want things to get better. We only want people to be happier. We only want people to be healthier. And so when we do get acknowledged in any capacity, just a simple thank you.
Yeah.
Just getting a message from someone that you did touch, saying that meant so much. That was right on time. That's what I needed.
Exactly.
That to me is a form of praise, but in a non-egotistical way. It's a fulfillment that takes place. And, I don't think there will ever could be enough, but more is always better, because that also, it also is a moment for us to say, what I'm doing is working. I'm making a difference. And I need to keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree with that, because we do not get enough, like you said, a simple, thank you. I appreciate you. What you told me yesterday helped me get through to today. And like, for it to come from a pure play, for somebody to tell me, hey, Mr. Wright, I appreciate everything you're doing for me. Like, you're actually helping me. I'm gonna cry, because it's like, wow, what I'm actually doing for you and helping you with, I'm actually helping you to become a better person. I'm like, okay, ain't got no tissue, but okay.
I think it really hits us. Yeah, I think it hits us in a really deep and emotional space, because our journey to get to where we are, to be able to help people in the ways that we do, come from our own journey and struggle. So it's a matter of, they have no idea what that means to us, for us to say, look what I went through. Look what I survived. Look what I triumphed through. And the fact that now what I experienced, how I found solutions,
Mhm.
they work for me and I'm sharing them. They work for you now. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, this is mind blowing. It actually
Absolutely.
works. It's not
Absolutely.
just in my head. It's
Yeah.
not just my experience, but look
Yep.
what I can give to someone else.
I love that.
Look what I
I
can do for someone
absolutely love
else
that.
to help them get through it faster.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So like people, I talked about that. I was listening to this podcast this morning. I mean, I listen to my own, but of course I gotta listen to other ones too.
Of
But I was
course.
listening to one, yeah. And the guy was talking about how when we look at life, people only see where we are in life. They don't know what we had to go through to get where we are. So, I mean, you look at Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these nice people out here got all this fancy stuff. You don't know the struggle and the work that you have to put into to get to that spot. So you only see the rewards.
Yeah.
You didn't see the disaster and the struggle and the broken yellow brick road that I had to hop over and get through to get to where I'm at today. So, just to say, hey man, I know you my therapist, you my life coach. Thank you.
Mhm. That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge. That's why
That's-
it's so important for us to be able to tell our stories.
Yep.
And when you are authentic, people
Yep.
are drawn to you. It's not so much you going out trying to reach someone else and trying to get them to hear. It's the magnetic thing. It's the thing where you can relate to what I've gone through or am going through.
Yeah.
But how is it that you're shining? What did you do to get that shine? Because in those dull moments, some kind of way you were polished, you were prepped, you were prepared to be able to stand here in this moment for me to hear you and to be open and available to receive what it is that you have as a solution and an answer and a way out of this thing that I'm in.
Yeah.
How'd you get out?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What did you do? Help me to know what you did so I can get out of this struggle too. And that's the most powerful thing. And that's why honestly, now good people, let me tell you something. I don't know Miss Dawn. I met her on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, I met her on TikTok. I saw her on TikTok. She was giving a little speech. And I was like, oh man, like that hit. So I said, let me follow her on Instagram. And from Instagram, I'm a talker. So I'm a what is it, introvert? I'm not an extrovert. Extrovert, which one is it? I talk to people, whichever one that is. Okay.
I'm an omnivert. I'm both.
Oh, okay.
Are you both?
I can do both too. So I'm gonna say that. Yeah. But for me, I'm gonna talk to whoever I need to talk to get to where I need to get in life. Okay. So I saw she doing her life coach. I said, let me holler at her. Let me, not like that, but let me talk to her so we can figure out how we can collab. Yes. And look where we at today. So now, Ms. Dawn, when we get back into, the praise thing, why is it that, in the mental health profession, society feels as if that we do get patted on our back for the work that we do? So let's say I go to work today and society looks at me and says, oh, he did a good job. Everybody happy with him, patting him on his back, giving him all the praise and glory. Why do you feel society thinks we do get praise?
Because we look the part. We look as though we are already rewarded. And basically we are, because look where we are. Look how far we've come. We have this the struggle story.
Yeah.
And the survival story. So to others who have not yet achieved that, you look like you already won. Those things that were trying to defeat you before have no power anymore. How is it that you have so much of this energetic armor over you?
Yeah.
You had to build that.
Oh wow.
I need some of that. Yeah. You have more than I do. You have more strength, more stamina, more wisdom. I want some of that. So you already look like a winner. You already look like you've achieved it all.
Wow.
And that's why it's also very imperative that we keep enforcing. We're still not done. We're always working on and improving.
Yes, talk about that one. Yes, we are
We
not
still have more to
done.
go.
Yeah, so
And that's
much.
what keeps us humble at the same time.
Mhm.
Being proud, being appreciative of
Yeah.
the journey prior, but knowing I'm still not there yet. I still
Mhm.
have so much more to go. I still have so much more to learn, more to experience,
Yeah.
and that's what keeps us on the level to still
Mhm.
be able to tell people, hey, it's not over till it's over. So please
Yeah.
don't put me on this pedestal. Keep me down here with you. But I also am humble enough and aware enough to know I can share this with you, but I'm also open to receive it from someone else who's exceeded my level of healing,
Yeah.
who's exceeded
Okay.
my level of success, according to what you may think success is. But we just look the part.
I get that,
And we
and that is
resonate that
true.
energy at the same time. So
Yes. I mean, it's a job. Now, don't get me wrong. The professions that we choose, the professions that we do, we chose them, but it's a job on a daily basis to encourage people, to motivate people, to, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, good people. My dog in the background making noise. I'm sorry. But
I
yes,
love it. I love it.
yes, it's our job on a daily basis to do that. And when people sit here and think that it's easy or it's not, oh man, let me do what they doing. Okay, come on, please come on.
Yeah, it is we chose this
Mhm.
profession,
Yeah,
but the journey chose us. So we
absolutely.
made a decision
Yep.
whether or not
Mhm.
and it's really, we just went along with the plan,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I'm a core believer that had we not chosen to continue sharing, teaching, and growing this consciousness of all things great with health, mental health,
Yeah.
emotional health, spiritual, all of that, had we not decided to go into this profession,
Mhm.
we would have been met with some form of a resistance in our own lives, because this is
Oh,
this is your path,
yes.
this is your purpose,
Yes.
and we're passionate about it because we know it works and we've gone through it. This is my
Yeah,
story. But at the same
exactly.
time, you don't mind being obligated to it.
Yeah.
This is an obligation. This
Mhm.
is our duty.
Yeah.
Because once we've gained that wisdom and have that knowledge to share, it's not for us. It's not for us
No.
to keep.
Yeah. Not at
You know,
all.
I was watching what was it, the Hollywood medium on Netflix, right? I mean,
Mhm.
he's clairvoyant, he
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
medium and all that, right?
Mhm.
But he can't read for his family, he can't read for himself, he can't do anything that he's emotionally tied to. And I said, what about that? And I said, because it's not for him. Our
Wow.
gifts
Yeah.
are for other people.
Yeah.
Our abilities, our talents, our stories are for other people. There, if we kept it to ourselves, we'd be doing a disservice to humanity. This is what it's all for. So when we go
Yeah.
through our struggles, when we go through our issues and our pain, we ask ourselves over and over again, why me? Why?
Yeah.
You get to a point where you stop asking why, you know exactly why.
Man,
You know
listen. Let
exactly
me
why. Step
let me tell
outside
you
of
something.
yourself and know this is not for you.
Yes. That is just, oh my goodness. I hear so many people on a daily. Why I gotta go through this? Why is this happening to me? Why? Oh, there's a reason for every struggle, every situation, every circumstance that comes into your life. And people don't understand it because you're going through the storm. You don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm a Christian man, okay? So God puts us through these storms not for us to understand at that moment while we're going through it, but once we get through it, that's when we look back. So for me, I had to understand. I went through a time in my life, got divorced, and while I was going through that, I asked myself, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm being this good man, great man, all this, that, and the third. Why, God, am I going through this right now? When I told myself when I was young, 15, 16, when I get married, I'm only get married one time. And those are the stories that we tell ourselves because we predestine our own future when we don't even know what's going to
Yeah.
happen. So once you get through, once I got through the other side of the storm and I look back, and now today I see why I went through what I went through, it's because of what I'm doing right now. I had no
Yeah.
ability to think about doing a podcast, becoming a motivational speaker, any of that while I was married. Once I got divorced, I
Yeah.
said, I need to tell my
It all makes
story.
sense now.
Yes, let me tell my story to the
It all
people
makes
out
sense.
here so I can help you. Like you said, it's not for us to hold on to. So let me help you
Yeah.
give back to
Mhm.
you what I have, because I can't take this with me. I can't take this when I leave.
No. Yeah. That's it. Our stories are not ours to tell
Yeah.
or to initially. They're not for
Mhm.
us to create. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
not meant for us to create per se. We make choices and decisions. God's got a plan,
Yes.
but that plan is in accordance to what you decide along your journey.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
you can either go with the plan or you can resist the plan, which that's where you hit those bumps and those hiccups. So when you
Absolutely.
say you were 15, 16, you get married one time, guess what? I thought I was going to be married in like 1920. I'm
Yeah.
40 and still struggling to get a good dinner date. You know what I'm saying? So
Tell
it's a
you.
matter of that's not what your plan was.
Yep. Yeah.
The ultimate plan.
Mhm.
Plan was for you to go through this journey
Yeah.
to come out on the other side as this person. But that's life. It's the journey of discovery. Finding out who you really are. Who am I? Who did I come here to be? You know, we constantly ask, why me? Why not you? Where did we
True.
get this notion that nothing is supposed to happen to us? You know,
Exactly.
where do we come up with this idea that everything is supposed to go according to what we decide? That's
Exactly.
placing you above the divine. That's placing
Yep.
you above the omnipresence. How dare you?
Exactly.
How dare you?
Exactly. And yeah, so good people, stop. I'm not gonna say stop, but attempt to stop asking why this has happened to me. Just go through it, get through it. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Now, let me ask you this. Now, it has happened to me on a many of times going through this journey of mental health. Have you ever been mentally drained from doing what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I'm not gonna say often.
Mhm.
Mentally drained for me usually comes from trying to do too much too fast.
Got you. Okay.
There's so much that I've accumulated over the past 15 years of this work. And I want to make sure it's received.
Mhm.
It's received in the way that I'm trying to deliver it, which is pure intent, just to help.
Yeah.
You catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. Um, but it's also, there's so much. There's so much, so many techniques, so many things that people have to unlearn in order to learn how to do it in a better way. Not gonna say the right way, not gonna say the right, in a better way, the way in which they've been doing it. I think the draining comes from knowing, especially in the Black community, we got a lot of healing to do, generational healing. And
Yes.
there and excuse me, that's been, I think, my own personal struggle
Mhm.
is trying to figure out why
Mhm.
have I been given such a heavy thing to carry on my shoulders,
Yeah.
but I'm so very in love with the idea of doing my part to help us, per se, heal what our ancestors began to feel. And it's just trickled down and what they've experienced and what they've gone through. That's a lot. There's a lot of stuff, mental
Yeah.
things that have to be broken. Us feeling we actually belong here on this planet, not just this country.
Yeah.
Being proud of our heritage and our history. There's so much self-hate. And when
Absolutely.
you go on the other end of the spectrum and say, I got to help people go over here from self-hate to self-love, there's so much in between that has to be broken down. Because we've been taught to not like ourselves. We've been taught to, and if we definitely don't like ourselves, we're not going to like each other. So I gotta get to a place where I hate myself for a reason that I'm not even aware of it. I hate my fellow human because of this, and this. I didn't even start this. To contentment, to just even liking, to loving. That's a hell of a journey.
Yes,
Woo.
it
But
is.
I tell myself, obviously I'm built for this. Obviously I'm built for this.
Absolutely. Look, me too. I'm
Because
telling you.
I want to do it so much all day,
Yeah.
every day. It's all I do. And I'm like, obviously the answers are going to come as they should, when they should.
Yeah.
I'm not here to fight that. I just want to take step by step by step, make sure I'm learning my lessons, make sure I'm paying attention to the details, making sure I'm walking this walk the way that I was intended to walk this walk. And that means with love, with compassion, with patience, with discipline and dedication, all those things that are required in order to be solid. So I don't get drained. So I don't actually feel like giving up, because that's not an option.
Yeah.
That's not an option. But knowing when to take your breaks is key. Knowing when to just stop.
Yes. That's it. That's the thing. Yeah. And a lot of people don't do that. So like they give so much, and then they get sick, and then they're trying to understand like what's happening. Why am I feeling like this? You've given all of your energy out to other people, and you haven't saved enough for yourself.
Did not replenish yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you gotta know how to replenish yourself. That's key.
Yeah.
That's key.
Absolutely.
I just had a young man text me earlier, and his issue is he was never taught love. He never knew what real love is supposed to feel like, but he wants a partner in life. He wants to be with someone.
Yeah.
And I said, well, first you have to start with loving yourself.
Absolutely.
How do I do that?
Yeah.
Start taking care of yourself. Go places you like to go. Do things you like to do.
Yeah.
Talk to yourself in a loving way. Build that emotional loving stamina, so that when you step outside the world, you're pretty much untouchable, unshakable. And that's going to start making your light more brilliant, which in time is going to attract someone who's going to be able to see that light.
Yeah.
And they're going to be drawn to it and like, oh my God, you're just so attractive. So self-love is I think it's the cure for everything. I'm gonna just say that. It's if you love yourself, there's nothing that's getting ready to take you under.
I mean, when we look at that though, like I think it was a meme I saw. It was like, you have to learn to love yourself first, because you have to spend the rest of your life with you. Like that hit, because I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I have to spend the rest of my life with me. So the person I need to love the absolute most is me. Because if I'm not feeling good today, if nobody else is here, who's going to make me feel better? Me.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Lord have mercy.
You are the longest relationship, the longest permanent relationship you will ever have. The only permanent relationship you'll ever have.
Absolutely.
Your parents and family, at some point you're going to part ways in some form of capacity. Whoever you decide to share your life with or marry, that relationship is going to come to an end at some point. Your relationship with your kids, it didn't start until you were of age when you had your kid. And at some point, one of you is going to leave as well. So the only permanent relationship that you have is with you. That should be number one. Always. Always. Never put other people ahead of you. Make sure your cup is full. Your cup's not full, your kids aren't going to benefit. If your cup isn't full, your partner is not going to benefit.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
If your cup is not full, your family and everybody can't survive. They can't survive off of you.
Yeah.
That would be. I give this analogy often. You're a vessel. Think of yourself as a cup, basically.
Yeah.
You need to, as we said, you need to learn and know how to replenish yourself on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly, quarterly, yearly, however it is that you fill yourself up. I don't care if
Mhm.
it's sitting outside reading. That's that. As long as it boosts
Yeah.
your vibration, great.
Yeah.
You have to know
Absolutely.
how to do that.
Hmm.
The cup is full. Guess what? Your cup should not be moving in any direction to go fill somebody else's cup up.
Yeah.
Let them get close enough to you and receive your overflow. Your overflow.
Ooh.
You shouldn't have
Ooh.
to move and bend over backwards for people. That's how you drain yourself.
Whew. Good gracious. Stop it, Dawn. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. People, I don't know if y'all listening, but please do, okay? Because she's spitting out facts. She giving me something I ain't heard yet. So I'm loving this right now, okay? Okay. Now, Miss Dawn, you sure you're not a pastor? You're not a pastor?
I'm actually next month will actually be ordained.
Lord have mercy.
So I will be actually able to officiate things like that. Not
Go
sure
ahead.
what direction
Yeah.
I'm going to go in it yet. I'm working on my I'm in a doctoral program at the University of Metaphysics. So I'm in that whole process.
I can't do it.
I'll have my bachelor's next month as well as the ordination. So
I condole you, ma'am. I graduate in May with my master's in clinical mental health
congratulations.
counseling. Thank you. Long
Go ahead.
road.
Now see,
Long.
my
Yeah.
younger sister, she has her master's in clinical science, clinical psychology with an emphasis in forensics, I believe it is. And then she has another master's in social work. So she works with mental
Okay.
health patients
Yeah.
on a social worker level.
Oh,
And she's
man.
licensed and all that stuff. She's going to
Yes.
grow into something more, but mental
Yeah.
health is totally, I just do it on a more spiritual side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like this has been a journey. And to go back to become a doctor, it sounds good. Dr. Wright. Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm good. Okay. I'm good. So now this Dawn. Couple more questions for you on this lovely episode we have it today. Do you praise yourself enough?
No.
Why is
No,
that?
I don't. Because I don't feel like it's ever, and I'm working on this now. Let's just say I acknowledge my efforts. I acknowledge, excuse me, my journey and achievements. But I tend to think of there's so much more to go. There's so much I want to get done. There's so much reach I want to have. So to me, I don't. Other people keep saying, give yourself more credit, give yourself more credit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't even scratched the surface of the vision. You guys
Exactly.
have no idea what's going on in here.
Yeah, I'm
like,
telling
this is
you.
serious.
Yeah.
So yeah, today I'm gonna answer no.
Okay.
Further down the line, I'm going to say I've gotten better.
Okay.
Further down the line from that, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, all the time.
And I mean, to me, that's the same for me. So, I look at my accomplishments, my achievements, and the things that I've done, and I look at it like, you see, I got 2 degrees back there, right? And I'm like, okay. They're like, you're not gonna like, dude, that's a great accomplishment. It is. I'm not done. I feel
I'm looking at mine like,
like it's to me, it's not enough. It's not enough because the journey that I'm on, the path that has been created for me that I am trying to walk, that's not enough. So obtaining more, doing more, helping other people is a satisfaction in itself. Now, Antonio, hey man, look, you're doing a good job today, brother. I feel as I'm not gonna say I can't. It's just I don't feel like I can find the time to praise myself, to say, you doing great today, dude. Like, I feel like me praising myself is when God wakes me up in the morning and I go to the gym. That's another
Yeah.
opportunity. It's another day.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Like, boom, I get
I was just
another
going to say
day.
that when you leave the gym, you
Yeah,
feel like, "Who I did that. I'm proud of myself because
exactly.
I could have
Yup.
had a stack of pancakes rather and then complained about,
That
so
is.
yeah,
We ain't
actually
gonna talk about that I had this
putting
morning, but
forth
you know.
some kind of an effort
Yeah.
is actually I mean, there's a part of my coaching program, celebrate your wins. And
Okay.
I came up with my own Dr. Seuss quote: "A win is a win, no matter how big or how small." And it's just acknowledge yourself. There's been times where I've set certain goals and I know I'm very, I mean, just focused. When it's something I got to do, this is it. No exceptions. I'm sacrificing this, and this to get this done, because
Okay.
that's temporary. That's going to be temporary over there. But this right now takes priority.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be just something as simple as when I'd finish a certain project or something small or something that I did on a weekly basis, I would toast myself with a glass of wine.
Okay. Yeah.
Or just take myself out to eat somewhere that's really nice. It's it's an acknowledgement, and in that moment you celebrate that win, you live in that moment, you appreciate yourself for what you've done, to be proud of yourself, and just say, today was a win. I know there's more to go.
Yep. Yeah.
This was just a step. This was a step. Look at all that you're going to accomplish, and be even more proud about that, because that's pulling that progress, that's pulling that success that's closer into your now, without even knowing that's what you're actually getting into alignment with. When I teach about how to manifest your vision and your dreams into your reality, alignment is step number 3. What are you doing to actually place yourself in that life? We're in school, we're graduating, we're actually upgrading our credentials. We're making sure that we are becoming more of this person that only we can see in our mind's eye. Only two entities have this vision. As God that gave it to you, and you're in your mind. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's just that thing where so many people beat themselves up because they don't see that they've progressed. And the only time you haven't progressed is if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, of course, expecting a different result. That's insanity. That's what makes people go a little nutty and have their mental health actually questioned, because they're not understanding, you're not on your path. You're not living your purpose. You're not going in the direction that your dreams are trying to pull you. Your dreams are not fictitious little stories that you tell yourself. Your dreams are your God-given abilities, talents, and capabilities, that this is what you need to produce on this planet right now.
Absolutely.
And when I mean right now, that means in this lifetime.
I'm telling you, because you only get one.
And if you don't do this, if you don't do this in this lifetime, you're going to be miserable, because it's going to be like that annoying best friend that just keeps nagging at you. Saying, "Oh, remember you want to do this?" Until you decide to give up. And then truthfully, once you give up, are you really happy? No, you're not.
I mean, you might as well just say, let me just go roll over in the ditch, and my life is done pretty much. So it's like,
it's over.
Yeah, because I mean, you have so many, I look at it like this. We have in life so many opportunities to do so many things, but yet we say, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it, a year from now. Stop procrastinating, stop waiting. Like, let's just do this, because I look at it like this. I would rather say that I tried it and failed, versus I didn't try it at all, and now I got to go to the grave
and have regret.
Thinking like that, man. I at least should have tried it. Whether I failed or not, I can at least say I tried, and that's what I want.
Well, that's where people stop themselves. They literally allow that part of us, the saboteur in us, to tell us, no, you can't, you won't, it's not gonna work, you're gonna fail. Guess what? Every failure, every success has a about 1,000 failures up underneath it in order to, I mean, you have to have those failures to stack on
Yes,
top until you reach the success.
absolutely.
There's no
Absolutely.
other route to get
Yeah,
there. But
absolutely.
one of my mentors, Mel Robbins, she says, you're
Mhm.
not a procrastinator, you just have a habit of procrastination, meaning you
Oh,
talk yourself out of certain things before
mhm,
you actually do it. Let's just case in point, when we go to the gym, we may sit in the
mhm.
parking lot for a few minutes because guess what? We're actually sitting there negotiating whether or not we're
Yeah,
gonna actually go inside.
exactly. Exactly like that, man.
Those are the conversations.
I know I need to
Like,
do
yeah,
this
leave them over
today.
here. You
Or when you get
get
up in the
out.
morning, yeah, when you get up in the morning, you're like, Dad, I said I was gonna go to the gym this morning, but that bed feel like heaven.
It's comfortable. And
Yes.
you hit that snooze button one more time. You just negotiated with yourself.
Yes.
Meaning
That's the
that's a
worst.
habit of the
Hmm.
procrastination. So
Yeah.
in order to stop the habits of procrastination, stop having those conversations that come in that little bracket.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this is what you decided, this is what you committed to, go ahead and see it through. On the
Yeah.
other side, you'll feel rewarded. You'll feel happier. You'll feel good about the fact, I'm glad I did that.
Absolutely.
It may
That's the
hurt,
feeling. Yep.
but you did it. But you
Yeah.
did it.
And that's what I'm
And
saying. You
that's a
tell people that.
fear. That's a
Yeah.
fear that people have. You're afraid to move forward on what it is
Mhm.
that you really desire. It's
Yeah.
a belief system. I call it that's some BS.
Yeah.
That's your belief
I like
system.
that.
That's
I
what
like
you don't
that.
believe in yourself.
Yeah.
It's just some BS. You don't believe, number one, you can actually get it done.
Hmm. Yeah.
That comes from
Yeah.
you. That's part of self-love as well. Loving yourself enough to believe in yourself and
Yeah.
say, whatever it is that I want, I can actually create in my life.
Hmm.
The opportunities are going to present themselves. The path is going to be made clear the more that I go in the direction in which I'm supposed to go. This one over here, that's going to be a little bit more of a struggle because I'm saying no to my yes. This is my big yes. This is
Yeah.
everything that I'm supposed to do. But over here, I'm gonna just go ahead and decide to do this because this is comfortable. This is safer. This
Yeah.
is what
In that neutral
I'm
zone.
used to. It's the new stuff that scares. Who am I going
Yeah.
to become after I go through this? Who am I going
Yeah.
to lose along
Yeah.
the way? Am I actually going to fit in here? Do I
Exactly.
actually belong? Well, obviously, if your destiny is to go this way and it's
Yeah.
pulling you, why are you going over here?
Hmm.
Why are you going over here? This is misery. This is discomfort. So what? You can't take all your friends that you've had for 20 years. They don't belong over
Hey,
there. If that's the way you're supposed to
there
go,
it
let
is.
them go be over there.
Yeah. Yeah. That you can't look at. I said that on my like 2 episodes ago. I had another guest. We said that you cannot take everybody with you on this journey that you're going on. So
I don't want
if you,
everybody to come with me.
I definitely don't because everybody ain't meant to ride this roller coaster ride with me. So I'm gonna tell you like this: I love you, I care for you, but stay over there, and I'm gonna do what I need to do over here, okay? Because you ain't built for this the way that I'm built for this, and I don't want you to crumble when we get on the other side, like how they did when they got across the Red Sea. Oh, I thought this was gonna be easy. I thought this was gonna no, you got to keep walking. So if you ain't built
It's
for
never going
this,
to be easy. It's never
never, ever,
going to be an easy
ever.
way. It's never going to be an easy route.
Yep.
It's always going to be challenges along your journey. But
Yeah.
what people don't realize, that fear that you have about going through the journey, if you go through the journey to a certain extent, you're going to know you're already geared up, well equipped, well knowledgeable, and have the wisdom to know how to handle these challenges as they present themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get stronger. They're going to get harder. They're going to hit you in the face when you least expect it. But guess what? You are already built for this.
Exactly.
You built yourself, your tolerance, your understanding, your clarity, being able to see it through healed eyes.
Yeah.
Because that's what I say. A lot of people, they see the world through wounded eyes. But when you start seeing the world through healed eyes, you'll know, okay, I see what this is about to do. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. This is what I hope it to be. But let me go ahead and walk through this cautiously. Don't touch a thing. Don't move anything. Don't do any of that.
No,
but just be aware of your steps.
Yeah.
Be aware of your words. Be aware of your energy. what are you attracting into your experience in this middle of this mess, whatever this mess is?
Mm-hmm.
You are responsible how you respond to it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
I love it. I love it. Listen, now, Ms. Dawn, before we close this out, let me ask you. Today, we got a lot. I love it. What can you give? If you could give the people one thing, what can you give them to take away from this conversation?
Fall in love with yourself. Everything else will be easy from there. That's one of the hardest things human beings will ever do is fall in love with themselves.
Yes.
It's the remedy, I believe, to everything, because it promotes clarity.
Yeah.
It promotes great decision making.
Yeah.
You stick to your boundaries. You protect yourself from anything that wants to harm you. And you also realize that nothing can hurt you. Nothing
except
can.
you.
Nothing can. Nothing. Exactly, except you. And accountability and responsibility. You take responsibility for your life.
Yeah.
You take responsibility for the people you have in your life. You take accountability when you do wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's all those things, but falling in love with yourself. I know today it may seem like a cliche term. It may seem like, oh, everybody does it, you know, oh, I love myself. No, we take care of ourselves. That's self-care. But to actually love yourself,
that's on another level.
That's a journey within itself.
It is. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, good people, let me tell y'all something. I appreciate this woman so much coming on here, giving us all this good knowledge, this good love. Okay. Now, Ms. Dawn, where can they find you at? You know, she a life coach. If you need one, let her know.
You can find me. This has just been so great, so awesome. You can find me at I have a website, evolvelifemastery.com. Everything's there, from my services to you can contact me if you have a question about life coaching in general. Also, my apparel line is called Affirmations Apparel. You can order t-shirts and hoodies through there. And then any up-to-date events and things like that. Things are rolling out in 2022, summer and toward the end of the year, which is great. Also Instagram at Evolve Life Mastery, or at Dawn of the Aquarius. I have 2 pages. And TikTok. You found me on TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah. Yeah.
TikTok, Dawn of the Aquarius 4. That's where you get to see me not only give gems, but I'm acting a fool too. Yeah. So I got a lot of personality.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's where you can find me. And I'm here to help people who are ready to transform their lives, who are tired of being stuck in the same old, who want to get off the hamster wheel, but don't know how, and don't know what direction they really want to go in. So I help people get from where they are, figure out where they want to be. We create a game plan on how to get there. And we also create healthy habits of how to maintain and stay there, stay in on that frequency of progress and success. I specialize in personal growth, self-empowerment and healing, as well as spiritual development, And I'm just here to help people heal, grow, become, and let's take this thing called life by the neck.
Yes.
And run it.
Grab that thing, come on, people. So listen, on today's episode, Praise for Your Purpose. Now, listen, we got into praise, we got into purpose. We got into a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So I need y'all hit that link. The information gonna be in the description. And on today, I appreciate y'all for coming out, listening. Find Ms. Dawn, find Mr. Wright, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. Always remember, good people, keep the right mentality.